Good evening, guys. What's going on? I should say good morning. Uh, I'm not even alive yet, awake yet. Actually, I should not be alive or awake yet. I should be back in bed zoning out already. Weaver, Johnson, Rosamundi, California. Yeah, hello to you too, guys. It's almost 2 o'clock in the morning. And it's still Thursday. Counting off to spring break week. Goes by fast these days, especially when you don't have anything else to do but housework and sleep. At times like this, I go through YouTube to find stuff to interest me or to put me to sleep. When I come across sad stories such as passing of people in the communities, it does hold my attention for a short time until I'm just too damn depressed enough to deal with the situation and move on. A community member of the cruising industry, we're not talking about the shipping industry, we're not talking about the ships or the cruising companies. The real industry is the community of cruisers and travel agents, podcasters galore. A very tight knit group who enjoys cruising a great deal and make it into a more than a hobby. It's more of a lifestyle, more of a way of life. And for them to get close with each other, it really becomes a family outing, family events for these folks. Kind of hard to get into unless you've got the money to get into cruising and get a taste of it. And I was never lucky enough for that in the first place. But I did get into the cruising one time or another. Just only one time, and that was it. Just had the cruising bug in my mouth. I wanted more, and I collected magazines on it. And I saw many different ships going to many different ports, many different points of the globe. I kind of made it a small bucket list for myself, saying I want to get back on a cruise ship. The cruise ship I had been on originally has already turned into scrap metal already. And some of the ships that I wanted to get on had already been either turned into scrap metal or sold off to different companies left and right as well. Even a company pulled out of the California market, only to be on the only to be on the East Coast or the Gulf of Mexico area. That kind of sucked. But these cruisers are so tight with each other. They make videos, and everybody shares those videos regarding the fun and experiences they've gone through with other people and also with themselves and how they enjoyed life, how they enjoyed everything else in life. And one particular cruiser, probably a travel agent, had undergone a serious long-term, I didn't get the details. I wish I had the details of this poor gentleman. But it's been a long struggle for him and his family. He passed away this weekend, and it affected the community a great deal. One of the travel agents out there who's been in the industry for a time affected him a great deal. And I know how that feels. Not regarding the cruising, but how people can affect others. When you hear the news, it just saddens and depresses you. I know it does me. Sometimes I wish I could break into some of these communities just to see and be part of theirs. But at times I feel like I'm not. I'm an outsider. I'm an observer. I watch things, not participate. And the hardest damn thing is I want to participate and not able to. So through YouTube channels, I live through their adventures through their eyes and through their pictures and through their adventures, through people's descriptions. I even go through the Facebook posts and other media to gather information, gather insight, and drool for the time to actually partake in such another adventure across the seas. Bit of a romance regarding sailing that I have. It's not exactly the destination you're looking for. It's the journey and the people along with the journey that matter the most. And that also applies, besides to cruising, it also applies towards life and its journey and its adventures. I have not been so fortunate. Probably call mine a bit humdrum. I have said in some of my videos out there that I've had histories that I wish I hadn't had. You know, you screw up in school, you work your ass off for 30 years in different places. You make different friends, but different acquaintances out there. And then suddenly one day, life changes you differently, and then you have to pivot. Regardless of how you're feeling or how you're going through life, you have to pivot and keep moving. It's a mental attitude that drives people forward and doing stuff, or, as I would aptly put it, you're turned into a braying mule looking at his four hooves stuck in mud puddle that turns quicksand, yet all around him he's got solid ground just to walk on. And at times that's me. I'm not happy with the ground around me that I can actually pivot to and change directions and start up again. No, I'm griping and grumbling about the same patch. Yeah, some people can actually pivot like that. But other people have a journey that ends up in loss of life. But along the way, they struggle to enjoy the last bit of it. The last bit of dignity that they actually have to share with people. And that's the thing. There's nobility and dignity in that. Because they're not afraid to face death on their own terms. Well, almost. But they're facing life on their own terms. Kind of hard when you're one of the survivors, though, I'll tell you. I've had my brother and my mother live their lives a long time. A lot of you have seen my videos concerning about my family members. The two primary ones I always keep talking about, my brother and my mother. The ones I've been close to all my life. And I've also told you throughout the year of how my grief has turned me into a depressing fool and idiot. Instead of looking at life how lucky I am for right now as it is, and that's the thing, isn't it? We still have the choice to make on that one. I still have that choice to make. I mean, I know I've been talking to people concerning about my depressing situation. No wonder I don't have a huge cult following, and to me, that's all right. I just wanted to get a message across, and a lot of people think, okay, well, just turn this guy off because he's depressing me because he's not exciting. He's not living life. He's not living life at large and showing people how wonderful life is. No, I'm showing the opposite at this point over here, which scares the hell out of people and pisses people off. Because I'm showing the darker depression situation over here and how a person might sink. And trying to reach out to some of those people out there who are pissed off about it because they don't want to sink. They don't want to keep going down that road. And they have. And they're not quite sure how to reach out to other people because they're so much caught in that damn trap. Their own four hooves are still stuck in that position where they can't get out of it. And they're braying for help. Braying like mules or donkeys, whatever you call those. Whatever you use for an example at this point over here. But still, stubborn, prideful, blinded. No matter how many times that you have people trying to push and shove and drag and motivate you one way or another, you're still not moving. And that's why I keep doing all these videos at this point over here. It's for me, but it's also for the next schmuck who keeps watching these things in the first place. And yes, I did say it. Only because I think you gotta be a schmuck to watch my videos in the first place. It doesn't mean I'm an arrogant, conceited, egotistical, sorry son of a bitch. I may be. But I'm not out there screwing people over left and right because my name says so. No. That's not why I'm doing it at all. I'm not there to denigrate people left and right. Unless, of course, I'm observing something that they're doing. I've made a lot of disclaimers in some of my videos concerning about I am not an expert in anything. I don't have any letters or degrees to determine my level of expertise in anything. I am simply an observer of life and everything else around me throughout my damn past. And I explain things about that one. So it's kind of hard for people to understand that. Okay, I'm highly opinionated at this point over here, and my opinion counts, right? I'll probably be counted for that one, right? Nope. My opinion is my own at this point over here. It's only the people that are watching this and are reacting at that point. But then again, I still have to accept responsibility for my own actions, thoughts, and feelings at this point over here. And knowing that I do these damn videos, they're going to be a boomerang effect and knocking me on my ass. See, that's the difference. I've seen people do videos and not even take responsibility for it. I've seen people do things in public events and not take responsibility for it. They'll blame it on everybody else. Or somebody else will be blaming it on somebody else. I have to be held accountable for me and my own damn actions, my own damn words at this point over here. My own output affects things around me and people around me. And it hurts. It hurts when I affect people in a way that hurts them or causes more harm down the road. But then again, I don't know if it's going to be doing that or not. I mean, I can constantly think about this damn thing like crazy. And the thing of the matter is, I've got no control of some of the consequences after that. Except probably say, I'm sorry, I'm not God. I wasn't there to kill anybody in the first place. I wasn't there to motivate anybody to kill anybody or hurt anybody or cause any damage or mayhem or mass riots or anything else like that. I am simply saying the stuff that I observed at this point over here. I am not a leader of anything. I am just one person. But that one person out there, that one person can be motivated to do things. That one person can be motivated by any factor, by anybody, to become the next mayhem or hero. Some videos I've done out there for my own self and thought, okay, it's just for my own self, and I store them away. But other videos, I wanted to communicate to a lot of people that, look, I'm just a regular schmuck. 55 years old, still observing, still trying to live life. But sometimes I feel like I'm stuck and stupid. Or I'm stuck, period, because of circumstances or by choices. Again, I have to be aware. But I can't be aware of the future events at this point over here because I am not clairvoyant. But my actions and my words may cause issues down the road. I may or may not have to accept responsibility for those. I don't know. I'm hoping that I don't influence someone who tilts the balance in this world to become an autocratic, authoritative dictatorship of a planet that's ruled by a character named of Darkseid. Or, somehow or another, my words may be affecting somebody who creates a Superman. I can only say that I can only say the things off of my chest, but I also have to realize that sometimes they do have effect on people. And it's a humbling and humiliating and scary thought at times. Some people take the responsibility very seriously to craft their words carefully in order to say stuff that may or may not affect the future. Or they'll just say things at the top of their heads, like I have. And if I get into an emotional reaction concerning about someone else being a bully, I'll call them on it. I don't like bullies. Been there, done that. I haven't been a bully, I've been bullied. And I refuse to be their Frankenstein, their creation. So, regarding this particular piece of video, and that's all I've got to say on the situation. No,